Let's get up to speed with Severance, Season 2, Episode 10, Season Finale. We open with Innie Mark at the birthing cabin confronting Devon and Miss Cobell. Switch to Helly being confronted by her creepy as hell father. He says he never wanted children. He had other children, and all of them were kind of a disappointment. Dad of the year right there. Switch back to Mark, who is utilizing the birthing cabin's severing technology to walk in and out of the cabin, switching from Innie to Outie, and even has a conversation with himself via a camcorder. Outie Mark pleads to Innie Mark that he wants his wife back, but Innie retorts to Outie, "If you get your way and Lumen gets shut down, I go away, as do all the people I know. It's not a big life, but it's my life." He even threatens Outie Mark, stating the next time he wakes up, he'd best be on the Lumen floor. Innie Mark must have gotten his wish because we are now on the Lumen floor. Mark and Helly discover a very grotesque painting of Mark completing something special for Lumen. And then him and Helly move into the office where are greeted by a Hall of Presidents-like robot of Kier, who, quote, wanted to be there as Mark completed the file. Mark begins working on completing the Cold Harbor file. We bounce out to see that Dylan has returned to work as his Outie has rejected his request to quit. And he reads a letter from himself to himself. He likes him being the badass and understands why he went after his wife. Mark completes the Cold Harbor file, and him and Helly are treated to a talk show-like appearance by Mr. Milchek, and even, of course, hell yeah, why not, a marching band. Can we just sit back for a minute and appreciate how awesome Mr. Milchek is? I mean, I thought last season of him dancing was the best, but come on, check this out. My man has the moves, he has the skill, he's just ultimately cool. I don't care what anybody says. This really elevated him for me. During the awesome choreography as the marching band plays, Mr. Milchek is distracted and Helly snatches his walkie-talkie and lures him to the restroom where she traps him inside. Mark can then take the map Irving produced and go find his wife. Dylan also shows up to help Helly by blocking Mr. Milchek's escape with a vending machine. The marching band's still playing. Gemma is sent into the Cold Harbor room, kind of resolved from herself and any knowledge of her, as Mr. Egan watches on and she is told to dismantle a baby's crib. We flash to another department where Mr. Drummond is getting ready to, with a calibrated slide hammer, execute a baby goat provided by that name I can't pronounce.
Mammalian's nurturable brings an offering.
Thanks, goat lady. But before that can happen, thank God, Mr. Drummond discovers Mark outside attempting to get into the opposite door. Absolutely aggravated, Mr. Drummond actually punches Mark in the face, and they fight as Mr. Drummond attempts to kill him. His attempts are thwarted by our favorite goat lady. Innie Mark takes Mr. Drummond to the elevator, and unfortunately, he severs and becomes Outie Mark and accidentally fires the slide hammer, killing Mr. Drummond. Mark, using Mr. Drummond's blood to get into the Cold Harbor room, discovers Gemma and brings her from that room. As she severs, Outie Mark and Outie Gemma are reunited as an alarm blares. As they make it into the elevator, they are both reverted back to their Innie selves. Innie Mark, knowing the plan, leads her to the stairwell where she is unsevered and watches in despair as Innie Mark remains behind after seeing Helly, and the two of them run off together. Now you're up to speed. I can't wait to see you guys before Season 3.